Welcome to my channel. What we're going to be doing is these little yo-yos. A lot of, there's been lots on slow stitching on YouTube. Roxy Creations has been doing a lot on slow stitching, and there's been a lot on yo-yos. I love them. Like, you can use them to decorate your journaling cards. I've got a big journal here, and I can use it to decorate around it if that's what I want to do. But anyway, and this one's near complete. I did showcase this, but I've been making ephemera for it. So there's stuff I've been making. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, journaling card there. This is a memory keeper's journal. It's got pockets and everything everywhere. Made a booklet. There's an envelope for it. I don't know where. Oh, the envelope was this, and I turned it into a paddy. So if you go to my YouTube, you'll be able to see how I made this out of an envelope, this booklet, and how I actually utilise this for ephemera pieces. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to make this puffs. How I make them, I just get, this is 4.5 inches. Now the puffs you're going to get are going to be around 2 to 2.5, because as you know, they shrink. So I'm going to make a circle, and I'm just using a texter here, a Tim Holtz one actually, and there. And I'm going to circle around this blue fabric. This is my second time at making this video. It's really annoying because I wasn't in frame the first time. And that's annoying, I tell you. So, there you go. I've circled that. So like I said, make sure you got sharp scissors, because you really need sharp scissors. And to make it easy on me, I'm going to just cut that piece off. Iron your fabric too. It makes life easier if you iron your fabric. I want to make sure I'm in frame, because making 2 videos during the night is not really a good thing. Then I just get my sharpest scissors that I could find, and these aren't the sharpest, but anyway, they'll do the job. And this is what it's all about. Us young journalists always say, if they can do the job, they'll work. Look, have scissors for fabrics, and have scissors for your papers. I keep these because these can go into a snippet. And then we'll tuck this one away. This fabric's beautiful actually, because it's actually quilting fabric. Look, I buy all my fabric pieces from the thrift store. I never buy new unless it's for a cover. Then I'll buy new. Now, when you go to a thrift store or an op shop, there's plenty. We call them op shops in Australia. And they are now starting to realise they can actually make money out of us young journalists here. So things are getting a little bit pricey. I made the smaller ones, and they're from this one, from this lid, 2.5 inches. So you'll end up with these tiny, dainty ones. And I've got some cut there. I'll see if I've got time to make one. So you get your cotton thread. I'm using this thread, but you can use this thread. You can double it or single. This one's pretty strong, so you can actually do single thread with that one. But I'm just using this brand new thread firm, or it's a yarn, I suppose, that you use for embroidery. It's 20 G's. It's for crocheting, but it works. But it knots easy, so just be careful if that's what you're using. I just use what's on hand, but I just find this is pretty strong. Then I get it, I turn it in, and then the knot's underneath that. Then what I do is I stitch around, and I only turn it in at 1/4 of an inch. You don't need more turning in, or you're just going to lose a lot of your puff. I think they call them in England Suffolk puffs. Here we just call them yo-yos. We used to, school days, I do remember making them. So it's going back a long time, ladies. I'm old now. Just make sure it's not, see how it's going to knot? And we don't want it to knot because it's painful. There. So I gently pull at the cotton. It knotted in the last video and I wasn't happy, I tell you. But what annoyed me, I wasn't in frame. See, I'm taking too much fabric. The less you take, the better. A quarter of an inch is better than 1/2 an inch. Whoops. And just gently, whoops, it went through that cotton. I'll just get it out of there. There you go. You know what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get myself some decent needles, because these ones are a tad too long. These are what I use, and this thread is what I use to do my journals, you know, stitching the signatures. And I don't use the wax to stitch in, you know, like, I find this is really quite good. There you go. And just, you can take fairly long stitches, not super duper long though. As long as I'm, see how am I taking, whoops. There you go. And like so. Yeah, I've been watching Rachel from Rachel's Junk Journal, from the Stitchery Creations. They've been doing stitchery, and I'm going to give it a go. I've been op shopping or thrifting for it, so that, and I actually got some really good bargains, and I mean really good bargains. I might show you some of my bargains that I got, which I've been buying anyway, off and on for years and hoarding it. But I went shopping the other day after watching Rachel's slow stitching stuff. And so I'm up to where the knot is, and I went shopping and I collected heaps of stuff for $50. And if I can find them, I will bring them out and show you. So now I start pulling gently. See, I'm up there gathering the puffs. Oh, so cool, these things. Why isn't that part gathering though? Hang on. There be a reason. There you go. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but you've got to make sure that you've pulled at them out gently, and there you go. And what I do, I find where the needle's coming out of, oops, I'm using a long thread. You don't have to, but it just, for me, it just saves for me, it just saves reloading the needle all the time. So I just get to stitch off and finish up. I double knot. To get a double knot, I just thread around my needle and then I gently pull, and this way I've got a double knot. There you go. We got taught this in school. There. And there's our little Suffolk or yo-yo, Suffolk puff or yo-yos. Make one more. Now the smaller ones are like that, but I won't make a small one. So you can make them as little as you like or as big as you like. Again, there's my knot, and we're going to make the green one, didn't I? I should have 2 greens, or should I? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, 2 greens. Right in front of my eyes. How different am I? This felt like double fabric, but it's not. Make sure I've got the right way. Turn it in. Thread under. Pull it through. And then that knot is not going to show its head when I gather later. So here we go again. And easy peasy. So I'm going to do some slow stitching. Like I said, I've been really sourcing out bits and pieces for doing some slow stitching. And I like to learn more, you know, and be more creative with my journals. I'm finding that the junk journal community is a lot quieter lately. So I want to be able to do other things and utilise other things. And I thought, oh, what a great idea these puffs could be, because you can embellish the centre of them with a button. You can embellish them with little tiny flowers, you know, and add them to your journals. I'll tell you what, you won't be learning how to slow stitch from me, but this, I don't mind teaching you how to do yo-yos. There's a lot of videos out there, and, you know, good videos. But I thought, I am going to try my hand at showcasing how to do it myself. Just keep it basic, because that's all it is. This is just basic basting, I suppose it's called. But what I like about these yo-yos, you make a quilt out of it, you can make a journal cover out of it, all sorts of things. And keep an eye out on my channel, because you don't know with me, I might come up with something for my journals. It won't be as creative as some as the other artists, but you don't know. You just don't know. I'm always playing. And that's the beauty of it, you know. It's called playing and enjoying yourself with your journals and with your stitching or whatever. Like when I seen Rachel from Roxy's Creation, she's magic with the needle. And that's what makes me want to learn. And there we are, we're at where the knot is. So you bring it in, and there you go. And now it's time for gathering. And this is all you've got to do. And it's gathering. And you make sure that you have there. So source your thrift stores in now. You want to tie off, so you hold it there so it doesn't unloosen. Put your needle through and thread this twice, and then you're going to have a double knot. so you don't have to thread in 2 times to make a knot. And get your scissors, cut off as close as possible. That won't come undone. And that's what you've got to make sure. So that's what I've done. So I'll show you some of these thrift store bargains I got. So there's all my little yo-yos. Aren't they cute? I've got quite a few here. And now I've added these ones to the mix. It's even better. So what I'm going to do is pause you for a second and show you some of my thrifting. I hope I had this on record. I don't think I did. I actually did have it on recording. So, okay. So this is what I sourced out from my thrift store. Aren't they cute? Hankies. Look at these. Vintage or what? How nice are they? Now, I've been sourcing things out for quite some time. But look at that. Look at that. That's got $1 on it. That is beautiful linen. Beautiful linen. So I'll put this aside. Look at all these. These were 50 cents. Whoops, that way. It's all cross-stitched. As you know, I use these in my journals. I've been using this sort of stuff in my journals for quite some time. See, these I use as a page. This, look at that. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Gorgeous stitchery. There's some people out there that really know how to stitch. That's what you call slow stitch. There. And then look. Isn't that gorgeous? I've actually been sourcing so many places lately. It's not funny. Different op shops, but all close by. They're not far away. Look at that one. I love it. And then there's that one. It just feels so soft. That one. Got quite a few of those. There's the bigger ones. Then there's this one. And then there's them. I'll just put them aside. So they're trying to put them away. Look at that. Beautiful stitchery. That one. That one. And then there's beautiful hankies that I'll be using. Then there's these. So cheap. All this was less than $50 that I'm showing you. And that's with this other stuff that I'll show you. Unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that. And it's beautiful linen. Look at this one. Theirs is just gorgeous. Can you imagine that in one of my covers? Because I can. And there's a couple of these. And that is beautiful linen. Another one of those. Look. Then there's the other one. Look. And look at this. Just absolutely divine. Beautiful lacework. And that one. This is going to be gorgeous in my journals. That one. embroidered hankies. Look, isn't that amazing? More linen. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at it. Just gorgeous. Look at that. It's got 50 cents on it, but I think I got it for less. Beautiful. Cross stitch. And there's these ones. And then, that's nothing, guys. I found a vintage petticoat. Oh, look at this. Look at this lacework. That is old English lace. Look at that. It's been worn and worn, but the linen. This is going in my journals, but look at it. The work that's gone into it. And you can see it's hand done. Hand stitched. Oh my golly, I was so happy to get this. And this I got for $30. There's a lot of lace in that. So there's that. I'll just move my yo-yos out of the road because this video was about yo-yos. But anyway, look at that. Beautiful embroidery. Beautiful lace. And then I end up with a box of this stuff. The only thing that I had to start with was this from many years ago. So that's not thrift store bought. So I'll put that aside. Actually, there was tablecloths as well. Oh. Hang on a minute. I'll get them out. Gosh, I forgot about them. Oh, I'll just get them. There they are. So I got this. Isn't that gorgeous? That was a pillowcase. So I'm putting that back. That's the back of it because I've undone it. Then I've got this beautiful linen tablecloth. That's huge. And this beautiful fabric, just beautiful. Look, the inside of it. Just gorgeous. So I'll put that there. And look at this tablecloth. That's huge. Look at that. Look at that. And you've probably seen my video on my faith journal. I've actually cut into that already. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Right. Here's stacks of embroidery. I haven't even opened it. Look at that. Look at all that embroidery. Look at that. And then there's, look at that. These had old prices on them. Let's see what it says. Oh, no, it hasn't. I thought it might have. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's all the rest of the embroidery that's in the embroidered thread, I should say. Now, has it got a price on the outside of that big bag? So I haven't even had a chance to really look at it, guys. But there you go. $2. All that thread and everything for $2. My golly, I tell you, I got a bargain. All those threads there, $2. I wouldn't have paid that much either. Now these are empty. I want to keep them for these prints that's in them. But here's some laces. Oh, this is what I really like. This has got a needle in there. How old is this? I might need to go buy a shop for needles. But how old is this? Look at that. It was from the Home Companion many years ago. So, oh, needle. So I'm going to put that back in there. Look at that. So I'm going to put them back in here. And there's another needle in there. Oh, my golly. And there's some embroidery thread again. And there's a panel in there. Obviously, that was 50 cents. I don't know if anything's been stitched in here, but there's a needle in there. I mightn't have to go shopping for a needle after all. Because there's the needle. It's a bit little. I like them a tad longer when I'm stitching. Is there anything done? I just want to check. No, but it doesn't matter because, oh, they even got one of them so I can loop my thread in there. So I'm going to put that back in there so I know it's there. So there's thread. In here, fabrics. There's felt and fabrics. So source out your op shops. Look at that. There's felt in there. Oh, there's beautiful fabric. Yummy. And there's a bit of linen and felt. So linen and felt. And look at all these threads. That was $3. Look at that one. Hasn't got a price on it. Doesn't matter. But these all should have $2. They gave them to me for $1. Look at this. Look at these. I'm in heaven. $2. Some of that cotton stuff. More colours. More colours. And then there's that one. Look at that. And look at all this embroidery. Look at that embroidery thread. I'm in heaven. And then, look at that, 50 cents for these vintage buttons. Oh, I can see shell ones, all sorts of beautiful buttons in there. So I paid less than $50 for all this, apart from the vintage dress. Petticoat, I should say. That I paid $32 for. Look at that vintage lace. How cool. But that is a special buy because you don't come across this often in Australia. And not for the price I paid for it. So it's absolutely beautiful lace. Oh, I can't wait to work a project on that. So anyway, guys, try these little Suffolk puffs or yo-yos. Get your cotton fabric. Give them an iron after you're done, because that's what I did with these ones. And these are the ones we made. I made these on the other video that I had a problem with. And I did in the other video make these. But aren't they gorgeous? And like I said, get a vintage button. Put it on there. Get those diamante things. Put them on there. Put them on your journals. You can be used all sorts of ways. But anyway, and check out Roxy's Creation Stitchery if you're interested in that. Her videos are amazing. Rachel can do so much, and she's an inspiration to us ladies. So thank you, Rachel from Roxy Creation. Because of you, I went shopping and landed a lot of stuff. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching and liking and subscribing to my channel. Take care, everybody.